So the Dolphins, they've got the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. They're 13.5-point favorites, and I don't think anyone's too worried. But you know what? We've seen plenty of games this season in the NFL where one team didn't have any reason to worry, and then all of a sudden it was like, anything can happen on any given week in the NFL. So I'm not saying it's a done deal, but
that's the thing. Bryce Young is not a bad quarterback. He had he had 2 touchdowns. They had damn near 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he had 2 interceptions on top of it.
I think it was Pizzola told us, though, most of his stats are coming in junk time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm with you. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's certainly not a good quarterback right now. I don't know if you watched any of their games. Like, he's
yeah, it's not nowhere close to what CJ Stroud is doing right now. He'll be the rookie of the year right now if it comes. And I love Devon Achane. He'll come back and ball out, but CJ Stroud's rookie of the year right now.
But anyway, NFL on Fox did their head coach rankings 1 through 10. Who do you think? Now, this is not all time.
Mm-hmm.
It includes what they're doing now.
Yeah.
So I want to make that clear. But if I said to you right now, who is the best coach in the NFL, what is your answer?
You have to go with the best teams. Like you're saying, not career, just now. I'd have to go with Kyle Shanahan, Nick Sirianni, or Andy Reid.
Andy Reid is their number one.
Yeah.
What about you, Solana? Would you go with Andy Reid as the number one coach in the NFL right now?
Andy Reid is the number one coach in the NFL right now, but I would say based on career and what they're doing this year, Mike Tomlin should be in that conversation as well, because the fact that Kenny Pickett is a starting quarterback and his team is 3-2, even though they're not winning because of him, says everything you need to know about that coaching staff.
Yeah, I would say that too. And now doing Inside NFL, like I have to watch all this damn film and stuff. Once they figured out that Kenny Pickett can't look at the whole field, now they roll him out every play. Like they're basing this offense around his weaknesses, which is an amazing job at Solana's point, what Mike Tomlin can do.
Well, Mike Tomlin is number 3 on the list, according to NFL on Fox. Number 2 is Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That he probably is number 1. Bro. If we're being honest, this year, he probably is number 1.
But Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, with what they've put on that team, with giving up, what was it? What did they give? Like Christian McCaffrey was like a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th round
steal.
pick.
That was a steal.
And it's still there. Yeah, so what the talent that is on 49ers plus what Kyle Shanahan is doing is stupid impressive.
So 1, 2, 3 on the list: Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, Mike Tomlin. You want to guess numbers 4 and 5?
Hell, I gotta put McDaniel somewhere in that top 5, 6.
He is 5.
He is
number 5 on the list.
That's too high. That's too high, if you ask me.
It should be lower?
Should be lower, of course. They had the most exciting offense in the league, other than San Francisco.
Who's 4? I can argue 4.
Well, you're saying, wait, I'm confused by you, Solana. Are you saying he should be lower, like 8, 9, or 10?
No, he should be closer to 1. He should be closer to the top 3 coaches in the NFL.
All right. So he's not too high. He's too low.
He's
too high.
He's too low down the list. Like Solana, like he's too high he should be 8.
He can't. Right.
5 is higher than 1. It's a higher number than 1, isn't it? I guess I'm looking at it
but I mean, but when you end up in first place, don't you want to be number 1?
Yeah,
I mean, the whole chant. No, the chant is we're number 1.
You're right. I got confused. He's too low.
Solana, what the hell are you saying?
I do this where I take Solana's side and I co-sign on this Mike Tomlin thing, and then he comes out and says stuff.
What is going on here?
Who's 4? I could say I could put McDaniel over Shanahan, Reid, or Tomlin.
No, it's
who's
McDermott.
4?
McDermott in Buffalo.
It's McVay.
With the Rams?
Oh, yes, that's Sean McVay.
No,
Sean McVay is 4.
I'll put Mike over him.
So would I.
I'll put Mike over him.
I might put Dan Campbell somewhere up there. Dan Campbell's not even in the top 10.
Good
not
call.
even in the top 10
Dan
on this
Campbell's
list.
not in the top 10?
It goes Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, Mike Tomlin, Sean McVay, Mike McDaniel. That's the top 5. And then the next 5, John Harbaugh. You figure that out because I think they stink.
Yeah. That's a career pick because John is a great coach, but that's what he's done for years.
Doug Peterson, number 7, Jacksonville.
That's impressive.
Pete Carroll, number 8.
That's impressive. With Geno Smith.
Has a good career and is now doing well with a, reclamation project in Geno Smith.
Yes.
And great hair as well.
Great hair.
That's some eugenics or something. Something's going on.
No, he's just got a good head of hair.
No, Jack. That
you think that's fake?
Rogaine. No, I don't think it's fake. I just know it's helpers there.
Mm-hmm.
Helpers. Nick Sirianni is number 9.
He's doing hell with the Eagles.
And they've got Bill Belichick at 10.
No.
Throw this list out.
I will say, though, if you're going to do a top 10 list of head coaches in the NFL and Bill Belichick is still coaching, he's got to be in the top 10 just at 10.
Hawk, they haven't scored a touchdown in 2.5 games.
I know. But imagine if someone else was coaching them. It'd be 4.5 games.
No, we can't play this game because we talked about, what was it, yesterday, the day before? You give Bill Belichick the Chiefs roster. What are they?
Right.
So you can't go the other way saying, oh, well, if Mike McDaniel had Mac Jones, he couldn't be good. Bill Belichick should not be in the top 10 coaches of this season at all.
Well, it's not this season, though. It's just head coach rankings from NFL on Fox.
Scheme up a way to score a touchdown in a game.
Okay, but what would we say? That New England is what?
Terrible.
Team number 30?
Yeah.
Like bad teams? Like if you were...
They're down there.
So does it have to be commensurate with the team? In other words, if I said to you, list the top head coaches in the NFL right now, are you going to have Bill Belichick at 25, 30?
Yes.
It doesn't bother me because I don't like the guy, so I'm not defending him, but he is Bill Belichick.
Even last week, what Eberflus did with the Bears, where we talked about it, where they made design runs for Justin Fields. What's the boy's name? DJ Moore went crazy and had he had like 250 yards. Like, they found a way to scheme up their best players to be successful. Mac Jones is embarrassing football right now, and Bill Belichick is co-signing on Bill O'Brien's crap. And let's go deeper because Bill Belichick is the GM of that team. You have no weapons. You hire all your friends to be your coaches. Like, it's deeper with Bill Belichick. I respect the hell out of Bill Belichick. He's probably the best coach of all time, if you want to say it. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, Hawk. But what he's done to this coaching staff and this roster is embarrassing to the game of football.
Is Nick Saban the best coach in college football right now?
And they're what?
They're not the best team.
Alabama's number 12, 11, something like that. Oh, that's a good point. He probably
Now,
is.
it's much more recent than like Bill Belichick. Now, this is what, his 3rd season where he's flailing?
Yeah. And Kirby's
I don't think it's fair
smart.
to say that they're flailing, though. Like,
well, this season they're flailing.
This season, right?
Yeah.
Last 2 seasons, I mean, they were almost 2 playoff teams without Tom Brady.
Yeah, and he couldn't find a quarterback. I'll put that as a knock against him that he had 3 quarterbacks available to play in his first 5 or 6 games. But now they seem like they're figuring it out. It's a chance Alabama can still be in the college football playoffs. There's no chance in the hell anybody's putting the Patriots in the playoffs.
Well, there you go. I don't know how Dan Campbell's not in the top 10, though. I will say that.
They already won that division, basically, right?
If Chicago starts playing the way that they played last week, which is possible because we've seen it with the Dolphins, right? Where they had a slow start and then all of a sudden they start rattling off victories. So maybe, like, I'm not ready to anoint Detroit. I believe Detroit wins the division, but I do think the Bears maybe could put something together.
Wouldn't it be who's that? Wouldn't it be Green Bay that you
Jordan Love
think
looks
come up?
terrible.
Yeah, man, this Matt LaFleur ran Aaron Rodgers out of the city. So yeah,
And
I don't think
Minnesota's
Jordan
just
Love.
snake bit.
I don't think Jordan Love looks terrible. I
His
think
last game, he was terrible.
Solana, he had that one. What was it? Was that the Saints? He had a hell of a fourth
First
quarter
game of the
against
season, he had 3 tutties and looked okay, but I think he's coming down to earth.
No, for sure. I just think he looks like a rookie quarterback, even though he's not a rookie, who is going to have to go through the ups and downs of being a rookie quarterback with a subpar team. But I think like Green Bay feels good about Jordan Love being their quarterback moving forward.
I tell you, and Solana, you give me hell about it. The best quarterback in that division. You could tell me. Don't feel sad.
Yeah, I mean, by process of elimination, it's Jared Goff.
It's Jared Goff.
Process of nothing. Look at Jared Goff's numbers last year and this year. Jared Goff is better than Dak Prescott, is the argument you wanted to have with me. Jared Goff is sneaky good, like seaweed snacks.
It's a good analogy.
Jared Goff is seaweed snacks.
Okay.
That's a good analogy. He's bunt cake. Right, Jimmy?
Yes.
Correct.
The only reason I took any issue with what you said was because the way you described Jared Goff is the exact same way you described Dak Prescott, but for Dak Prescott, you made it a negative, and for Jared Goff, you made it a positive.
Jared Goff is going to make he's going to make the throws, and if the throw's not there, he's going to throw it out of bounds, and he's going to deal with the incompletion. Dak Prescott is listening to guys like you and being America's team, and he's going to press the ball, he's going to press on throws, and he's going to throw a bunch of interceptions and lose game for his team when he plays good defenses, because that's what Dak has done now for years. It's so funny. I looked this up. Do y'all know Dak Prescott is closer to retirement than he is to getting in the league? And people are still arguing that he's good. Dak Prescott will be getting a 401k soon. And
is he Ryan Tannehill? Is he Ryan Tannehill?
He's Ryan Tannehill on a team with a lot more attention than the Dolphins, is what Dak Prescott is. Yeah, Hawk, I love that. I'm going to steal it. Anybody listening, don't tell NFL, inside the NFL. I'm about to steal that take. He is
add in what you just added in there, though. He's Ryan Tannehill on a team that gets more attention, because that's the key. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right. Who else was Ryan Tannehill? Jared Goff.
Okay. Look at Jared Goff's numbers. I'll look them up. Don't worry. I have my phone right here.
Okay.
There you go. 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored. You get Game Day Uncensored 4 hours before every Fins game. So this Sunday, 9 a.m., Brendan Tobin, Omar Kelly, and Alejandro Solana. Sunday, 9 a.m.